Hi, welcome to Stock Acts. I'm your host, John McPhee. I'm a cyber professional and stock market enthusiast. My aim is to try to help you make a lot of money in the next coming weeks, months, and even years. Now, before I begin, I want to advise everybody watching this video to please speak to a licensed financial professional, as I am not one, and this channel is for entertainment purposes only. That being said, I have invested a lot of my own money into this company, and I've seen some great returns as well, and I expect to see even more returns as time moves forward. Now let's jump in. The company that I want to talk about today is NIO. Now, a lot of you watching this probably already know about NIO or might be even invested in NIO, but please allow a moment for me to give a brief introduction for those of you who don't know what NIO is. NIO is an electric car company that was founded in 2014 by William Li. NIO was founded in China, which is important because China is the leading electric car market in the world. In fact, the Chinese government has said by 2025 they want 20% of all new vehicles sold to be electric. Wow, that's going to be huge for this company as it continues to grow. Now, NIO started by building an electric race car called the EP9. As we can see here, this is the newest generation of that vehicle. And wow, isn't it breathtaking? One of the best looking supercars, in my opinion. Not only is it good looking, but it's also one of the fastest electric cars in the world. In fact, it competes in Formula E racing, which is the professional racing league for electric vehicles. Not only does it compete, it also holds the record for fastest lap times in different tracks around the world. Wow, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Well, not only does it have an electric race car, it also has 3 SUVs that it sells to its customers, including the NIO ES6, which is a large SUV, the first one they released, and it's pretty good looking as well. It has a lot of nice specs. I think it's pretty good. They also have the ES8, which I also think is very good looking. Has, again, a lot of nice specs. And there's an introduction of this guy, which I'll talk to you more about later. He, or she to some, his name is Nami. They also have an EC6, which is a smaller compact SUV that competes with the likes of the model Tesla Model Y. Now, every year NIO has an event called NIO Day. The last event was held this last Saturday where they introduced a 4th vehicle that they are planning to sell. Pre-orders are now open and deliveries will begin 2022. This is the ET7. It is a sedan, which is going to be big for NIO because it's their first sedan, and it's also one of the highest selling vehicles in China. Sedans are high selling in China. Very high selling. In fact, as of today, the #1 selling electric vehicle in China is the Tesla Model 3, which is also an electric sedan. Well, what makes the ET7 stand apart? Well, not only does it have class-leading design, it also has some of the most in-depth technology embedded into it that's ever been introduced to a vehicle. As a cyber professional, this gets me really excited. They are introducing autonomous driving features to this vehicle that are going to be game-changing. Not only will this vehicle have LiDAR sensors, it's also going to have an 8-megapixel camera. Now, if we look at what Tesla offers, they only use a 1.2 megapixel camera. So an 8-megapixel camera as you can probably decide, is going to be a huge game changer moving forward. Now, not only is this autonomous driving going to be good for their consumers that are buying their vehicles, it's also going to be good for the market in general. One thing about NIO is they have a lot of partnerships, including a partnership with Intel, with Intel's Mobile Eye. And what is NIO and Intel doing together? Well, they're trying to develop robo-taxis, taxis that will drive themselves to pick people and drop people off. Can you imagine the potential of a robo-taxi where you can have a vehicle that applies to a service and you don't have to pay a taxi driver? You're already cutting out a lot of expense there. This is the future, and NIO is on the forefront of it. Not only does NIO have partnership with Intel's Mobile Eye, they've also announced a partnership with NVIDIA for more autonomous driving capabilities within their vehicles. This is going to be huge. Anybody that knows anything about NVIDIA knows that they have some of the best technology on the market. Now, one thing about NIO is they're not only a car company. I can go on and on and on about the features that their vehicles offer, but that's only a small portion of what NIO is. NIO is also a brand. And what I mean by that is NIO has NIO Life. And what is NIO Life? Well, NIO Life is an experience that you can have with NIO. Not only do they offer clothing, they offer dishes, they offer apparel, they offer travel utensils, they offer all kinds of different accessories that you can buy in addition to their vehicles. Now, why is this important? Well, because they are trying to make NIO more than a car company, and this will help them be a leader worldwide, just not as an electric car company, but as a brand. Now, one thing also that NIO does is NIO has what they call NIO House. What is NIO House? Well, NIO House is a place where NIO owners can go and just hang out with other NIO owners. They can do arts and crafts. They can learn new things about their vehicles. They have activities that they do with one another. Is this important? Why, yes it is, because it makes NIO more than just a car company. They are a brand. NIO will be a lifestyle, and this is going to propel NIO into the future as, in my opinion, going to be one of the largest companies in the world. Now, some cool things about NIO that was announced on NIO Day that I just want to jump into before we go into the stock analysis. NIO is going to be introducing the ET7 as we discussed, but here are some key points of that ET7. Heating and massaging settings for both the rear and front seats. It's going to be able to connect to 5G. It's going to have Wi-Fi 6 connectivity and Bluetooth 5.2. It's going to be the first vehicle with a true 7.1.4 sound system, which will have 1,000 watt output between 23 speakers, 650 horsepower, 850 max feet-pounds of torque. It's going to come standard with the NIO autonomous, as they call it, Aquilia driving technology and NIO's Atom supercomputer, which is one of the fastest chips inside of a vehicle. Why is that important? Well, as a vehicle starts to scan the road for autonomous driving, it needs to be able to compute things in the milliseconds. It needs to be able to compute 100 things at once. And this Atom supercomputer is going to allow it to do that. And its partnership with NVIDIA is also going to help them propel it into the future. We all want autonomous driving, but we all want to make sure it's safe. And NIO is doing just that. Now, NIO pre-orders for the ET7 will begin now, and they will begin delivering in 2021, which is going to help their delivery numbers continue to climb. And NIO's delivery numbers are climbing. Month after month after month, we are seeing NIO increase its delivery numbers from the previous month. Not only that, it's able to double the delivery numbers for that same month the year prior. If we see this trend continues, which I expect it will, this is going to propel NIO into one of the fastest selling cars in the world. I really believe that this vehicle is going to take over. Wow. Not only does NIO have its autonomous driving features, it also has the NIO NAME. NAME is an instrument panel inside of the NIO vehicle that incorporates its AI features. So not only will NIO have AI capability similar to Apple's Siri, it also incorporates it into this display almost as if it was a person. Now, in my opinion, this makes its vehicles much more personable. Personally, I would love to have Nome as a companion when I'm on the road. Now, one other great thing about NIO is that NIO has a subscription service called Battery as a Service. And what this is it allows its customers to purchase a vehicle for a significant amount less than its standard price by selling it without a battery. Now, you're probably wondering, how does that work? It's an electric vehicle, it doesn't have a battery, how is it going to move? Well, NIO has battery swapping technology built into all their vehicles, which means they can take out a battery and put a new battery in. If they come out with a new designed battery, you can upgrade your battery without having to upgrade your car. This is game changing. Not only that, they have battery swapping stations where a NIO owner can drive to. The NIO will self-park its vehicle inside of that station, and the NIO technicians will swap out the battery in 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, you can go from a depleted battery to a fully charged battery and be back on the road. This is huge for NIO. This is huge for its revenue as well. As we expect the battery as a service component of its business to grow, we expect its revenue to grow alongside it. We see other companies incorporating subscription services, and we see NIO doing the same thing, which is very smart. Now, let's jump into some stock analysis. I want to quickly go through what we see with NIO during the last week. The beginning of the week, we see NIO hovering around a $52 mark. Now, we see that number climb as high as $56, and we see a little bit of a drop here. Now, the reason that this was dropping was because NIO did a direct offering, which means it sold its shares at a discounted price so that it could build up a pool of money for research and development. Now we see that it did recover, and as we move towards the end of the week, we see a huge jump here to here, which is great. That means we see a lot of buying taking place. And as we move towards the closing day of Friday, we see NIO close at a record high as we moved into NIO day. Now, this was because investors were getting excited about what NIO was going to offer. And I think they really did offer a lot during their NIO day. And if we look at the yearly trend of NIO, we can see that NIO was priced only a year ago below $10, $2 to $3. And now NIO is sitting at $59 a share. Now, Bank of America just came out today with a new price target of NIO at $70. This is an increase of their price target of $59, which NIO has now already surpassed. If this trend continues, we can easily see NIO reach $90 to $100 by the end of the year. And in my opinion, I can even see NIO crossing much higher than that. But conservatively, I would say between $90 and $100 per share. Now, I do think that it's going to cross that. But if we just want to be conservative, we can say 90 to 100, probably closer to the 100 side. Now, I do want everybody watching this to please do your own research. Please, as we call it, do your own due diligence. But take my word for it, if you will, do some research, and I think you're going to make the right decision if you decide to invest in this stock. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Again, this is Stock Axe. I'm John McPhee, and I'll see you again on the next one.